Now let's head to the crypto space, and we have Laddie Williams as usual. Laddie, good
Yeah,
afternoon.
as usual, Ini.
Yeah.
And as usual, it's
Yeah, but it's
rate
not a
setting
usual day.
season.
Yeah, no, it's not a
Yeah,
usual day today.
yeah, every other month, and this time, all eyes on the U.S. Fed. What are they
Yeah.
going to do next? And we're going to get that decision today. But I keep thinking, and you remember when they started raising rates, most of the central bankers, everyone was afraid for risk assets. You know, everyone's running to safety. But we saw risk assets do really well. And now they want to start cutting rates. What's going to happen with risk assets?
What's going on with gold?
Maybe the opposite? Who knows? But
What's going on with gold?
New highs.
Yeah.
And everybody's eyeing $3,000 per
But
ounce
we're
for
not
gold.
moving there fast.
It's not, it's not
we're
fast
not moving
enough,
there fast.
but,
We're still hovering around.
But it's been an incredible run for gold. I remember reporting gold at about $1,600.
Yeah, I remember
per
19 about this time last year.
19, yeah. But now we're over $2,000 and
2,500 actually.
Eyes on $3,000. When is that going to happen? We'll find out. But after the rate cut, what happens next?
When is your Bitcoin going to hit the high?
Yeah,
we were waiting for before the halving. Halving has come and gone, and we haven't seen Bitcoin hit.
They had that pump from the halving. Then we also had the ETF, Bitcoin ETF pump. All of that happened.
Did we really see the pump from the halving?
It wasn't so bad. Did get a new high, $70,000. But most are getting bullish at this rate now, expecting what the U.S. Fed will do with rates. But what if it's a bull trap? What if they cut rates? We see that rally, then it all comes crumbling down.
I don't think you want to imagine cutting rates at this stage.
At this stage, we'll see.
I mean, raising rates at this stage.
Yeah, you can't raise rates.
How many basis points cuts are we expecting?
They say maybe 4 along the line, maybe about 4 cuts or 5 cuts, but who knows? Some data could just come up and,
and
switch that up.
Exactly.
We'll definitely find out. But the crypto market not looking so bad. Some pockets of red with Ethereum, 1.12% down. Opposite of what's happening with Bitcoin. BNB also continuing that bearish trend. And TON trying to recover back to that $7 level. No, everything's happening on TON blockchain now. Talking about those tap to earn projects and all of those airdrops all happening on TON. Let's look at the sentiment in the market. We know it's still a fearful market. Still around that 45 points. Fear, it did get to extreme fear, but we're seeing a recovery. Maybe greed might set in at some point. But let's look at the headlines now. We see a hacker that has moved a couple of millions of dollars to Tornado Cash. That's the hacker behind the $230 million exploit of India's largest crypto exchange, WazirX. He made a fresh movement, $11 million in Ethereum to that crypto mixer. It's called Tornado Cash. So the hacker, we see everyone tracking that address to see where he's going to end up. But it's confusing a lot of people with that Tornado Cash movement. Then Binance, they've set conditions for joining Nigeria's crypto program. That's one of the biggest trading platforms. They've outlined 2 conditions that must be met before they may consider registering under the Nigeria Securities and Exchange Commission's special framework program for onboarding virtual asset service providers, including crypto platforms. And we know we still have that Binance executive being held at this time, but who knows what's going to happen with that. But let's bring in Adebayo, is a co-founder, ICP.Hub Sahara. Great to have you on the show.
Great to be here once again, Laddie. Thank you for having me.
So we see the SEC here, they've granted approval in principle to 2 crypto exchanges at the moment. But we see other crypto exchanges trying to get in here. But do you think Binance is being bougie at this point?
Yeah, I mean, if we can bring Binance on board to fully be registered under the SEC initiative, the HARIPS initiative, I mean, it's going to be a good thing for the ecosystem generally, and also within the country. Because it promotes Nigeria as one of those few countries that have successfully regulated the industry. And of course, can also mean providing competition for other markets, making it a home for anybody willing to invest in anything crypto because of the active regulatory system. But with Binance, to me, if you ask me, they are quite on the track. naming the two basic reasons or the reasons they can decide to get registered in the country under the SEC initiative. I mean, detaining their executive for God knows how long now, ages, is quite something that needs to be addressed. And of course, the what's it called? The allegations also needs to be addressed before all this can be done. And yeah, there you have it.
Right, but you did mention regulation and being successfully regulated. But looking at the crypto industry, generally, do you think most of the SECs, in most of these countries, can actually truly regulate this sector?
Well, it's an ongoing initiative, or probably an ongoing innovation, several innovations within the ecosystem. And there is this thing we always say in the industry. The technology will keep on improving while the regulators will have a lot of time to catch up. So they're always playing catch up. And with new innovations coming into the space every now and then. So creating regulatory framework, it's always on a catch up. So they are only trying to regulate what they've known over the last couple of years, not what is currently coming up in the space. But creating the sandboxes can actually provide a way for them to learn as things are growing. And well, when it comes to truly regulating the industry, they can only regulate what they understand. And with the new innovations coming in the space, like metaverse, like NFTs, like a lot of tokens being introduced into the airdrop ecosystem, and so on and so forth. So they can only try to understand what they have within their folds, which is why they are bringing in exchanges and all. But to truly regulate, it's a question of it can it really be done? And the answer is only going to be made known if they actually are able to get it done. But with regards to other potentials, which is one of the things I feel is one of the reasons regulation is coming into the space, tax revenues, which is what the government is actually kind of bent on at the moment, taxing anything taxable. And with billions of dollars in the crypto ecosystem provides a grant for them to tax. I mean, to have a lot of revenue from the taxation is one of the reasons regulation is coming up in full force.
Well, I'm up for anything that creates jobs in Nigeria and actually brings in foreign currency. Do you see a time where a fully owned crypto exchange in Nigeria, fully owned Nigerian crypto exchange, can actually operate here and also get on board users from abroad? Do you see that happening?
Yes, absolutely. Because if you look at countries like Mauritius, like some of the other islands that provide full regulation for crypto, they've been able to market themselves globally as a country that supports regulation. So, and any regulation tends to bring in a lot of investors, from local investors to international investors. So, bringing in a regulation within the country for crypto ecosystem provides a grant, for sort of strategy to attract investment and talent, away from the less regulated markets. So, because then you tend to attract, a lot of potential investors from abroad. And this, in a way, is kind of like a good thing, because Nigeria, we have a population. But then if we have regulated industry for the crypto sector, this attracts a lot of further investors, both Nigerians in diaspora, other African countries, other countries where regulation is not currently present. So it's actually a good thing for the country.
Right. Just give me an estimate off the top of your head. How much does it cost to start a crypto exchange?
Yeah, currently we have a lot of white label solutions that people can, decide to buy, and then probably do a little bit of, improvement further on. But to start, pretty much if you have, like, let's say about, not talking about the what's it called, the SEC fees to get registered and to get licensed, but to start with your software platform, if you have, let's say, about 5 million naira, you should be able to start on a low scale. Then subsequently you'll be able to advance, get more storage capacity, more servers and all sorts. But to start on a little scale with 5 million naira, you can actually do that.
You can start a cryptocurrency exchange with 5 million naira.
Absolutely.
Quite interesting. Thank you so much. Always great having your perspective, Adedayo. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me once again.
Right. So yeah, a crypto exchange.
You. I think you're putting some money up somewhere because you have a plan.
But it looks like a lot of work running a cryptocurrency exchange.
Yeah, it's a lot of work doing anything, especially because the crypto business platform, it's just growing in Nigeria.
Right.
I mean, even the United States, that's supposed to be the most developed and all of that, they still have regulation issues, and it's still a sensitive business.
Very sensitive.
I mean, when you talk about Nigeria, I want to plunge into that, you should have a lot of backing.
So much backing.
Yeah.
Because they always have to deal with hacks every now and then.
Yeah, you have
trying to
that,
exploit.
you have the government,
right.
You have the sentiment of the investors also to consider. So, I mean, it's not a business that's...
Right. But it's very easy doing it on the hamster combat platform, running an exchange.
For now, laddie, because
they make it look easy.
Yeah,
but
they make it look easy
it's really
for
hard.
now. That's even in a baby stage
right
now. So you can imagine some introductions that will be coming. I mean, you were talking about a listing that was done, and when it was time to pay off some of those.
Yeah, they just got dust.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, trust me, when it comes to do with money,
yeah,
it's very sensitive.
It's very sensitive.
Never easy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, laddie.